Funmi Adewunmi was a great intellectual who put his skill in the production of knowledge totally at the service of the working people. He was a committed intellectual, he was selfless, he was brilliant, and he was also sincere with the struggle of the working people.
Professor Funmi Adewunmi worked with the foundation from 1996 to 1998, and so it's an honor to do this on his behalf. Although his death is a terrible loss, it's a monumental loss. It's a loss to the labor movement. Professor Funmi Adewunmi is a scholar, an intelligent man, very humane, gentle, easygoing, hardworking, and committed comrade. And so the labor movement will miss him, will miss his valuable contribution in terms of research, in terms of suggestions, in terms of intellectual work aimed at strengthening the labor movement in general.
Professor Funmi Adewunmi was one of the greatest Nigerians I ever knew. From my point of view, he was great, not because he was wealthy, but because he remained committed to his socialist convictions. He remained committed to the cause of humanity. He remained committed to the cause of the working class. He cut off socially and politically from the ruling class because he had nothing but disdain for them. He saw the politician as a problem of Nigeria.
Professor Adewunmi, as I knew him, was a brilliant scholar and a very thoughtful and politically deep individual. And as an individual, a Nigerian committed to the transformation of Nigeria in socialist lines. He participated actively in the movement to change Nigeria socialist. And the expression of that was his active role in the Students' Union, in the civil society struggles, and in the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. And he was still an active participant in the struggle to change Nigeria until his unfortunate demise.
Professor Funmi, the last time we met, it was at Jingo's birthday celebration in OAU, and we just discussed, and he is one of the few people that you can rely on in terms of labor. He didn't teach me personally, but I got to know him through many of our comrades, the same way I know Jingo and a lot of them. And he's someone you can relate with, you can interact with him, you can learn a lot from him. He has done a lot in terms of, he's a labor intellectual, he has written a lot of books and articles, and he's someone you can learn from. If you are close to him, he's soft spoken. You will just relate with him, and irrespective of your age, irrespective of your qualification, you will be able to relate with him. There are some professors, you cannot even work with them, but even you can just walk up to him, discuss any issue, and it will take time to build your ignorance and teach you many things about life. You can discuss from academics to labor matters to students activism and to even your personal life.
People who have dedicated their lives together in the same movement as Funmi, same broad movement as Funmi, to try to change the country. So when I say change the country, These people have a movement, a very strong movement. I think that it is not just about changing the country, that you must have a specific ideology for which to change the country. This is why most of the people you see around, whether they are lecturers, whether they are working class leaders, whether they are professionals from outside, there are people who feel that Nigeria must change into a socialist country. Some of us have taught in different places in the world. You are brighter than the average students in America. You are brighter than the majority of the students who go into school into America. The problem you have in Nigeria is that you don't have facilities, you don't have not just the facilities, you don't have the moral strength to do it because the society demoralizes you. Say, when I finish, what am I going to do? Every child can go to school. Every parent can have a job. Every child, every parent, every relative can have education, can have help. When you are sick, you don't have to pay to go and pay or die because you didn't have money. That is just what being a socialist means. You will see the Femi and Dr. Funmi, you will see also that community.
Funmi Adewunmi fought against that trend of politicians seeking public power to use public power against public interest. He did all he could. He wrote against that trend. He spoke against that trend. He organized against that trend. His research work was against that trend. The politician is the problem of the people. Funmi Adewunmi was an organizer. He belonged to a society, a group, an organization called Socialist Workers League. That is the organization to which I also belong. So if you want to know about how society can be emancipated, you must read the work of the master called Funmi Adewunmi. So Funmi Adewunmi was a Marxist. On the basis of understanding that the politician is the problem of society, a few months ago, he organized a trade union workshop at the Conference Center, University of Ibadan, for the Senior Staff Association, Civil Servants Association of Nigeria. And there, Funmi Adewunmi announced that he has come back fully to resume organizing trade union workshop because he was unemployed, even as a professor. And in that difficult situation, Funmi Adewunmi was not prepared to be accommodated by the politicians. Funmi Adewunmi has many friends at several levels of government in Nigeria, including Aso Rock. But because of the disdain which Funmi Adewunmi had for the average Nigerian politician,
He was not prepared to eat his vomit and go back to death. Rather, he continued to organize, he continued to write, he continued to speak against the tendency of the average Nigerian politician being the enemy of the people. I want you to see the APC as the greatest enemy of the Nigerian people. And anybody who is interested in the emancipation of the Nigerian people should have nothing to do with the APC. Between the APC and the PDP, there is no difference.
My dad is a great man. I won't use the word was because he lives on. No person is without his faults, but call me biased. He was the best man he could be to his family and to others. Well, I am grateful to First and all other collaborating parties for organizing this symposium in his honor. I'm sure if he was there, we would have found it amusing as well as a time to stand up and to talk about the plight of the working people as well as the state of our country, Nigeria.